Since the death of George Floyd in police custody last May, we've told you stories about systemic racism.
But what exactly does that phrase mean? New at 6, Sean Gallagher spoke to some experts to help us better understand systemic racism and the implications it has for all of us.
The struggle in understanding systemic racism is that it's not tangible to those who don't experience it. Dr. KWEKU Smith is a licensed psychologist. He says even though systemic racism is a blanket term, there are many examples that impact the black community.
When you look at stillbirths, when you look at low birth rate, when you look at detentions, you look at suspension, special education placement, low employment, underemployment, prison placements, early deaths, we rank high on all of those. And why is that? That's systemic racism.
There is no such thing as a race-neutral situation because race is so deeply embedded in what it means to live, to work, and to play. That's what systemic racism is.
Monique Liston has her PhD in urban education. She says systemic racism doesn't have to be that complex. It can be very simple.
Is it easy for me to buy stuff for my hair at the store? No. Is it easy for me to buy makeup that I want? Absolutely not. If I needed something special for my hair, I had to go someplace else other than where all my friends were going.
Monique says the reason we've gotten to this point is because she believes America was created through a white lens.
It's like the world is set up for me to be used to, not being catered to. And that's the difference. The world doesn't cater to me and I'm used to it. And the world is catered to white folks and they're used to that.
Both Monique and KWEKU say it can be difficult for white people to understand systemic racism because they don't experience it.
If it's an invisible issue and you don't have to deal with it, it doesn't seem real.
On top of making it harder to succeed, KWEKU says systemic racism can take a toll on them mentally.
It weighs extremely heavy because part of that racial socialization, part of that talk is a speech that says you have to be twice as good to get half as far.
It's like denying that air exists because I don't see it. Folks won't take my story as seriously. It can't be that bad. You're smiling, you're happy, you're enjoying life. And it's like, no, if I didn't, the world would kill me.
So what they both are asking for is just some empathy.
What we say is just look, listen, and learn, because as you go through life, if you really look with an open eye, an objective eye, you will start to see what it is.
In order to understand what systemic racism feels like, Monique says, imagine going swimming. When you would tell people about your experience, you would talk about what the water felt like, maybe what it looked like, the temperature of the water. Now imagine no one believing you and telling you were wrong over and over again for your entire life. Monique says that can take a toll on people and devalues their life. She shared a lot more about what white people can do to be better allies. We'll have that information on our website at tmj4.com. Just click on this story. In Milwaukee, Sean Gallagher, TMJ4 News.